What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the Cloud Slayer channel. Today's Monday Ramble, July 29th, 2024. Oh, excuse me. I hope everybody had a great weekend. Had as usual, have a good weekend with family, friends, loved ones, and any of that stuff, you know what I mean? Or if you like to be alone and stuff like that, hopefully you had a great time, hanging out with yourself. Sometimes I didn't laughing because it sounds funny, but I understand too. Sometimes you need alone time from everything in the world, right? And if you ain't got no kids or anything like that, or if you do got kids and they happen to go like stay at their grandparents' house, stay at their friend's house or something, and you got alone time with maybe you and maybe a significant other. I don't know the situation, right? But if that's the case, you gotta have a time to have downtime and have time for yourself, because sometimes we forget about ourselves. We neglect taking care of ourselves and sacrifice for those that we truly care for and that we love, and all that stuff. For people that are there for their families all the time, it's not about you. It's about those guys and helping those guys become a little bit better human beings, right? More decent human beings, and teaching them from right and wrong, or how to do, how to have a proper work ethic or something, and trying to, navigate through life. And those are the biggest challenges in life, I think. Other than, trying to learn how to grow and be a little bit better yourself, but we put ourselves on the back burners at times for our family's sake, right? Sometimes you might be in a relationship where one parent sacrifices their time to raise the kids all day long, right? Get them ready for school, get all that stuff situated, and stuff like that, while the other parent goes on and does better things for their careers, for the place that they work at, for whatever, like maybe they're an artist, right? Maybe they're a singer, which is also an artist, actor, all that kind of stuff, fighter, whatever the case may be. They're out there doing their best to put it all into that for everybody that's involved in your situation, whatever that situation is, right? And those are beautiful things to do. I mean, it's difficult to be an actor. It's difficult to push your career forward, to put your all into those things, and also have time to put time towards your family, put time towards your loved ones and stuff like that. But it's also hard to sacrifice yourself for your family, right? It's one of the most difficult things in the world, and I commend anybody that's able to do it and, hold a stable relationship. Sometimes, you get burnt out. It's as simple as that, right? You get burnt out, you get tired, because it's not an easy thing to do, to be a parent. It's not easy to, by any means whatsoever, and because it's all day every day. It's not just 9 to 5 or something like that. Granted, like if you live off of a job where it's more performance based, and getting people to buy stuff, or based off of like hit songs or producing songs, or you gotta play at a high level, so you gotta practice many hours of the day, right? Those things aren't easy to balance, and they both have things that they have to sacrifice. They both have things that you have to continue to do in order for those things to continue to happen, right? And it's never going to be easy. Never going to be easy for anybody. It's never is. Some people, they just simply can't do it, right? It's too much for them. They might, there's people that might make the excuse of my family was like this, so I'm going to continue to be like that. And that's not everybody. It's definitely not everybody. And I have friends whose parents or family members basically just didn't give a crap, or they weren't there. Maybe their grandparents raised them, and there no rules or something. That's not all the cases, but those cases do exist. Those cases do happen. Those things happen to people more often than we would like to think. Yeah, or a single parent, they're busy trying to support their family, so they have to continue to work. They have multiple jobs, multiple full-time jobs at that, and they're just trying to keep a roof over your head while feeding you and clothe you, and get you things like if you want a bicycle or if you want a skateboard or something, It's not easy. Those things add up, and it costs a lot for one person to do, and it costs a lot for them to be able to supply for you, and at the same time, get some sleep, Because if you don't get a lot of sleep, you're stressed out, that does a lot to somebody's health. It does a lot to their mental health. It does a lot to their physical health. It can do a lot of damage to you, and for them to continue to do that and not complain and not bitch, you might find sometimes they're climbing into a bottle, right? They're climbing into a bottle, and you don't know why. They might start to give up towards later years, and that happens, and it's sad, right? Because now you have to watch your parent who's trying their best to try to keep it together, and you don't know what to do. And sometimes they might not let you do anything. They might not hear anything or anything like that, right? Why? Because life's fucking hard. That's why. It's because they're doing the best they can. They might be telling themselves they're failures. They might be telling themselves this is the reason why they have to do it alone, or they might forsake things in their life because of situations that happen in their life. They might, it's it's not easy. It's never going to be, and circumstantial things happen in people's life that they never see happen and blindside you. But you can't give up. You can't let it get to you and things like that. But that doesn't mean that it won't. It doesn't mean that you won't have your days where you're just getting your ass beat, right? That you want to give up, that you don't want to do anything. And because some people, they know that it's going to affect those ones that they're trying to help along in their lives, that they're trying to do things for, that they want to be better than the circumstances that they were dealt, do better than what they could do, finding somebody that will try to stick around, or will stick around rather. Most people, they want the best for their kids, right? Some people just don't know how to do it. So you always got to count your blessings when, even if, your situation wasn't the best, but you had somebody there trying. They were trying. They might not have been successful too much, but God damn it, they were doing their best that they could, while trying to hold it all together, while trying not to fall apart, you know what I mean? And create some type of stability for you, whether it be minuscule or, sometimes just having a house, man. You got to be grateful for that. There's people that have to bounce around from other people's home, from other people's couches and things like that. And, that sucks. While they're still taking themselves through school. Some people do it from elementary school. Some people do it from middle school and all the way through, right? And you love to hear success stories of people that do make it through. I had a buddy. He was just finding places to live every night from other friends and stuff throughout the school years, and summertime too. So it sucks. It happens where you're no longer a part of the family. You got nowhere to stay and things like that. Sometimes you get into those foster homes and stuff like that, but sometimes the system's not always there. The system's not perfect, right? And especially if the family didn't involve the system, so the system doesn't even know and things like that. So it sucks because sometimes they could be taken advantage of from some nice individual that's has some type of money and makes them feel comfortable or something, and in that case, that's what happened. And things like that. So it sucks. I believe I talked about the story once before, long time ago, but it was it was a superintendent that was essentially buying him rooms for a time being and giving him money for clothes and food and stuff like that, and also trying to make advances and stuff like that. And it's terrible, but it happens. It happens, especially in like smaller towns and smaller communities. It definitely happens. It's crazy how they would think that they would get away with it. Maybe they think like they should be grateful because I'm helping them out so much, or something like that. Who knows what they think? You know, I'm not them. I'm not in that situation, but I imagine it'd be something close to that. So, but anyways, thanks everybody for coming out for the rambles. And you know, it's just, I guess this one's going to be called, you know, be a little grateful, I guess. Even if it was just a little bit that, you know, you may not have realized while you were coming up, while you were growing and trying to become a better human being, right? That even though it was a little bit, that you got to be grateful that somebody at least cared a little bit. Sometimes we don't realize it till it's too late, till those people are gone, till they're no longer in our lives. Then we remember those good times. Then we remember the message that they might have been trying to convey to us, that you got to admire, like, them trying to hold those things together. And maybe you just had both parents and you guys were well off and stuff like that. Maybe they both worked, you know, and you didn't get the attention you might have needed or something. But, you know, you could change that. It just seeing those things and seeing your own flaws and trying to work at those things. And maybe changing up, like if you ever become a parent, those things. And the thing is, it's still going to be hard. You're not going to be perfect neither. And that's the thing, like, your parents might have been working their ass off, and that's what they think. Like, they were working hard for you. So you gotta, you know what I mean? Who knows what the rationale is? I can't speak for them, can never will. And only you can speak for yourself, and as the same for them. So, but anyways, I hope you guys have a great one. Have a great week. And until next time, guys, peace.